Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, I am as excited as can be because we are 60 days, 20 hours, 1 minute, and 36 seconds away from kickoff against the Carolina Panthers. Man, we are 2 weeks and a day away from the team headed to Oxnard for training camp. Guys, the season is upon us. Let me say something real quick here while we get open for business. Listen, last night our live stream was incredible. Law Nation, Vosh Lombardi, Michael Anthony Fitness chiming in. And we were taking some phone calls, and we got a phone call from a fan out there who was basically trying to start a beef. He said, man, Okoye thinks that you got his system shut down. His Patreon. I said, what are you talking about? Well, he didn't call you by name, but it was implied that you did it and all that. You know, Okoye. Yeah. He believes that you did something. I'm like, okay. So I watched the video, and what it is something happened with his Patreon page. Got problems with it. He's working on it, so on, and things. But we're cool. You know, me and him have each other's phone numbers. We text each other back and forth. We do videos together. We're planning other videos and things together. Because see, here's what I want you to understand. I may not like your YouTube channel and things like that, but I will never try and screw somebody over because they're out there doing their thing. It may not be my cup of tea, but to put yourself out here day after day, to open yourself up for abuse, because it's easy for you guys sitting behind the keyboard right now because nobody knows who you are. It's different when you're on this side of the fence. And anybody that's out there trying to do this, hey, I'm happy to try and do what I can to help them out. That's the way I roll. I'm not trying to bring others down. And that's what you guys got to stop trying to do right now, because it's so much. Instead of trying to build your fellow man up, it's like, who can I take out? Stop the hate, man. We're all football fans. Let's talk football. And with that being said, man, I can't wait till we get to training camp. Oh, I'm excited. And I'm going to talk about something that I know there's going to be some comments right now. Here we go again. It's either Dak Prescott or Earl Thomas. Yeah, well, talk about Earl Thomas because it's in the news. He's a guy who could help transform our team and maybe take us a little bit higher than we've been in quite a while. And I'm not the only one talking about him. And we have soldiers that are all across the world here who get their news about the Dallas Cowboys from this channel. Shout out to all you guys that are keeping us safe, and I'm going to make sure I keep you all informed. So you other guys that are tired of hearing about it, just turn off the video, because I guarantee you there's some people that want to hear it. But Undisputed had a former Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator on, and they discussed, should the Dallas Cowboys try and get one Earl Thomas? Let's watch a little bit of that tape.
All right, Rob, should the Cowboys go all out on Earl?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a guy that, when I was in Dallas, sitting around the draft table and everything, the comment was made, the highest rated defensive player in the history of the Cowboys is Earl Thomas. Really. So Walter Juliff. So to hear that, they're going after him.
Walter Juliff's been there for
100 years, right?
100
So
years.
now he's missed on a lot, but no, just kidding.
Well, it happens.
Right,
It's hard.
but they moved the starting free safety. All the signs are there. They moved the starting free safety before OTAs. They moved him to corner.
Yeah, Byron Jones.
They bring in Chris Richard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, everything's saying let's go get Earl Thomas, and he's the best free safety in football.
That's what I don't get, Skip. He makes these moves. I mean, this is what we know about Jerry Jones. Skip, he's a plunger.
He is.
He outbid everybody for Deion Sanders.
He sure did.
When no one else would take Charles Haley, say, give me Charles.
Mm-hmm.
He traded 2 first-round picks to get Joey Galloway, 2 first-round picks to get Roy Williams. Here's
Those
a chance for
didn't
you to
work
get the
out too
best
good,
safety
so we can
since
understand
Darren
why
Woodson.
maybe he'd hesitate.
And My thing is, why didn't you do it before the draft? Because I can assure you, there's nobody you could have taken into the draft that's going to give you better value than Earl Thomas, even Leighton Vander Esch. Earl Thomas is great makeup. He'll cover all. He'll cover all blemishes.
Oh yeah.
You have no playmakers in the secondary. That's where your deficient. Your front
Doesn't have
seven
a point
is fairly
there.
good.
Yep.
You got Sean Lee. You got DeMarcus Lawrence. I believe once the young kid get healthy from Notre Dame, he'll be even better, Skip.
Maybe.
You have no
Taylor Swift.
playmakers on the back end. This guy can erase any mistake your corner makes. And still you haven't pulled the trigger. What are you hoping for? What are you waiting for?
Leverage. Wait to the last second to where he's holding out, and Seattle
No.
finally says, "Okay, we've had enough."
No, but here's the thing: what you got to factor in, Skip Bayless. Now you signed Earl Thomas. You know you got to give him a contract. But guess what's coming down the pipeline? Oh, Dak Prescott. Now the starting point for Dak
They could do
Prescott
both.
is Jimmy Garoppolo, $27 million. Now guess who else is up at the end of next year? DeMarcus Lawrence. Are you going to franchise him again? Now that's going to cost you about $20 million.
It will.
And guess who's going to come up down the pipeline?
He's already costing you 17, so $3 more million is not that
Jerry
much.
Jones got a lot of money, and he wouldn't mind spending it, but those salary cap kind of handcuffed him right now, Skip. So you know if you signed
They're
Earl
good.
Thomas, he wants Eric Berry, which is $13 million,
Yep.
which is a 6 years, $78 million.
He knows
That's
he's
what
not
he
getting a
wants.
6-year contract.
$13 million a year. That's what you're gonna have to do for him. And you got Dak coming down the
3
pipeline
years.
at 27. You got DeMarcus Lawrence coming down the pipeline.
Okay, so you first asked, "What's he waiting for?" and then you answered your own question.
He should have.
Right?
What he should have done.
Skill.
is Go ahead, look. Go ahead and get Earl Thomas because it makes it a lot easier to do. Is if you win the Super Bowl. You just throw money out. You go to and win the Super Bowl. How much you want Dak? We got it. How much you want Lawrence? They might make DeMarcus play on another year on that franchise
They might.
tag. Franchise tag. Skip.
This is, as you said, exactly the kind of move Jerry Jones has always figured out how to plunge on. And I don't know why he is sitting on his hands now, because they got this new mantra in the organization of we'll build from within
Build
with our
within.
kids. You know, we got
Still
the
need a
kid
piece
corners,
here and there, guys.
the younger safeties.
Got to take us
and,
over the top.
You know, Jeff Heath, he's a nice player, but he was undrafted out of Saginaw, what was it, Valley State, you know, okay, undrafted. Xavier Woods, I saw flashes last year. He's a 6th-round pick. I don't know. They both ran about 4.5-ish at their combines and pro days, so they're nice players. But this guy,
Not Earl Thomas.
to your point about Walter Juliff, best defensive player ever to come down the pike on the draft board, he's a difference maker.
He is.
Just his presence, his aura, his rub-off factor, his coach on the field factor. He makes everybody better, not only because he's great makeup, but just because he's Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
He's in the huddle. He's very emotional, excitable. He's going to lift everybody's games. He's going to teach those young corners to do this, that, and this. And he's going to do it on the fly. It's a Super Bowl move.
Yes.
That's what it is. And you just figure out how to make it, because clearly he wants to come here, born and raised in Texas, University of Texas, and he chased Jason Garrett all the way up the tunnel and grabbed him and said, "Bring me to Dallas," at the end of the Seattle
But see,
victory.
Skip, this is what happens when you pay top dollar to 3 of your 5 offensive linemen and guys that don't score touchdowns. This is what comes back to bite you, because you're going to have the starting point for Dak Prescott will be $27 million, which is what Jimmy Garoppolo got.
Yeah.
Now, he mess around and win a playoff game, Skip, or get them to the Super Bowl, he going to be looking at Matt Ryan type money.
only about
$100 million
30.
guaranteed. And
30
don't let
million a
Lamar-
year.
Don't let Lawrence
3 million
win Defensive
different,
Player of
but
the
it's
Year,
not that
or
much.
win another win a sack
Salary
title,
cap
go
will
to
go
a
up
Pro
about
Bowl, become
10
an
million
All-Pro.
a year
'Cause the price-
each
the
year.
thing is,
So
when you get these
you've
young
got
guys,
that.
Skip,
You got
the price
$24
don't
million
come down. Rob,
again
you know
money
this.
that's
The
coming
price
off
don't
of
come down. It's like
the
location.
cap and
It
everything
just
else.
keeps
So
going up
Okay,
and
I got
up
it can be done.
and up.
So, if you acquire Earl Thomas, are you going to have to overpay for Earl Thomas at 29 going on 30? Yes, you will.
Yes.
Will he be diminishing returns at 31 and 32? Maybe a little bit, but I thought
Still
he
better than
had
what
a
you got.
career-threatening. Remember, he broke his
Broke his leg.
tibia, and it looked like, and he's tweeting about this could be the end of me. Well, last year he just bounced back and looked just like Earl Thomas.
looked
to
like
me.
Earl
88
Thomas,
tackles,
Pro
2
Bowl last year.
interceptions, 1
So
forced fumble.
At 29, 30, 31, I'm going to bet on it.
You got to figure it out, Skip. You have to figure it out. If you're the Cowboys, what we're used to seeing from the Cowboys, they spared no expense. We tried to win
That was
championships.
the old
So
Cowboys.
whomever they needed, Skip, whatever piece they needed in the 90s, they would get it.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, seem to be Jerry like, well, hold on, I don't really want to.
They've had a lot of hit
I
and
need
misses.
Earl. Earl is the difference maker.
Brandon Carr.
So they were all too
Roy
quiet
Williams.
throughout free agency. They were all too quiet
Greg
on
Hardy.
draft night for my taste. Leighton Vander Esch? I don't know. I don't get it.
I think this trade's been in the works.
Right.
I think both teams realize it.
Yeah.
They decided not to do it for the draft. I don't think Seattle wants to look like it's rebuilding or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you notice during this offseason, now they've got passing game defensive coordinator Andre Curtis coming in. You know, he's there, but now they've given him this title. They know he's going to be working with a young group. They're probably going to lose Earl Thomas to Dallas. I'm assuming that. And they needed the linebacker,
Remember,
so it
Cam
worked out.
just called it
Hey,
quits.
they need to move on, Skip.
Yeah.
They've gotten rid of Bennett. Richard Sherman is gone.
Does this
Cliff
sound
Averill
familiar
retired.
at all
Cam
to
Chancellor
you
retired.
guys?
So they're basically breaking this thing up piece by piece. Really, the only healthy guy that's there that wants to be there seems to be Bobby Wagner. So they've moved all the Legion of Boom. That's gone.
Yeah.
So the final piece is Earl Thomas. Let him go to Dallas. Dallas give him money. I get it. You can give a 5-year deal, Skip, and basically give him the money in the first couple of years. And everybody's happy.
3-year deal.
But
3
Jerry,
years.
come on, Jerry. This is not the Jerry. When you ever known Jerry to be stingy with money?
Maybe he's resting on his Hall of Fame laurels now.
No, he
right?
wanted
He's
those
kind
kind
of semi-retired.
Well, Stephen Jones is running it.
No,
That's the
wait,
difference.
he's
Training
gonna get
camp
the
ready to
credit
get him in.
Okay.
until he builds one without Jimmy's players.
Yeah.
You know that's what he wants first and foremost
Yeah.
is to build one of these things without old Jimmy lurking in the background. Because everybody said, well, he won with Jimmy's players. Did he?
If they get Earl Thomas, you are dead in the water.
Well,
You are so in trouble.
if they get Earl Thomas, the bet is off.
Oh, the bet is off.
Okay.
Oh, here we
Now
go.
we got a flipper and a reneger. going.
Oh, look.
Terms.
Hold on. You want him to go get the best free safety in the game.
Do I want
And
to?
then you
I
think
told you this is Super Bowl or bust.
I
man.
was
This
counting
is the
on
guy.
them not making any more moves.
Oh.
But you know what, Skip,
So
baby?
that's
That's
how
the
we
Cowboys. Anything that can happen will happen. Nothing
Skip,
against them.
Skip.
You know what? You get Earl Thomas, I might double down on you.
Really?
Yeah, I might.
You heard that?
Yes.
It's on tape.
Old tape.
We've got it.
Play it back.
Yep.
As a matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm finna record my own.
I think we've heard enough of that. Now, does any of that sound familiar to you guys? Because it sounds like what I've been talking all off season about the intangibles about bringing an Earl Thomas in. You know, a guy who's got a pedigree, a guy who is one of the best safeties in football. Yeah, he may be declining, but his decline, you could take him at 80% and still be better than what we have on the field right now. He can mentor those young guys. He can get in that huddle and he can get these guys fired up. He can be a leader. There's so many reasons to go for it. And in football, everything's a gamble. Sometimes you gamble and you win. Other times you gamble and you crap out. And I can understand the Cowboys have this new philosophy that we're going to build from within because they've been burned. I mean, we got Brandon Carr for $55 million, and Brandon Carr was steady, but he never was the shutdown corner that they thought. They got Greg Hardy, who ended up being a headache. They gave up 2 number ones for Roy Williams, who did nothing. You got Joey Galloway, 2 number ones and nothing. So I understand the hesitation in things, but sometimes you got to look at the guy's body of work, and his body of work is pretty incredible, and he still has some rubber on the tires. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'm going to see you guys later on with the Joe Boo Sports Report, and I'm out.